You started this years ago, three stay-at-home moms. Did you ever think it would come to the point where it is now? What were your expectations?
Well, it turned out to be a whole lot more work than any of us expected. The really interesting thing is that when you step outside your comfort zone and you start meeting new people, they become a part of your life. And that's sort of what pulls you in further and further. You know, you look at a little girl who really wants a Barbie doll. That's what she knows about America, is that they have Barbie dolls. And she spent time under the stairs in their house hiding from the soldiers. And she came from a refugee camp, and you know that what she really wants is a Barbie doll. And you go to her 5th birthday party, a matter of weeks after they've come to the country, and she gets 6 Barbie dolls. And you think, this is so cool, you know, 6 Americans stepped out of what they were normally doing to help this family, and they heard that that little girl wanted a Barbie doll, and they found a Barbie doll for her. And it just kind of grows like that, you know, you do one thing and you see an effect from that one thing, and you take another step and you see an effect from that step. And sometimes the effects horrify you and you think, I gotta make sure that doesn't happen again. And sometimes the effects just fill your heart, and you can't not take the next step because you've done something that made a difference in somebody's life.
The continuing theme for our Friendship Festival over the last 14 years has been many cultures, one community. And part of that is making the community feel that we are a community. Even though it's a very diverse community, it is our community. And the other part of that is making the refugees and immigrants feel that they are now a part of this community too, that they have something to contribute that we value, besides the fact that they can work very long hours at the turkey plant.
There was a lot of fear in the community. What's going to happen in our community? Who's going to pay for all of this? Who is, you know, people were really fearful about what was going to happen to their town, and that's when we had a number of community meetings where people could come and really share their concerns. And I think it's really important when you have a fear or concern that you talk about it, because as you talk about it, that's also when the solutions start to appear.
One of the things that the Multicultural Committee does that I think is really important is try to connect people to each other. And one of the ways we do it is by telling stories, or letting people tell their own stories, to introduce people to individuals. For example, we will select someone who's making food for the Friendship Festival and do an article in the newspaper about that person with a picture and something about their life experiences or how they make their food or something like that. So that when the people that read those stories see that face walking down the streets in Pelican Rapids or at the grocery store, their mind will go, oh, I know that person. I've read about that person. Her grandmother lived on a farm just like my grandmother did. Or she crochets just like I crochet. So that the new immigrants or the refugees will not be a face that is a symbol of a culture or a race, but they'll be an individual. And I think that's one of the strongest things that we do. I think that's a really important aspect of what we've tried to do in Pelican Rapids, turn people from symbols into individual people, people that you actually have met or know.
One time I was walking into an apartment that I would not ordinarily walk into. Somebody from the community said to me, good for you, somebody has to care, but we have to make everybody somebody who has to care.
Anytime in life you meet up with a challenge, it's your fears that want to prevent you from getting involved. And but yet, when we overcome our fears, that's when we really come alive.
You know, you don't have to do something big.
Yeah.
You know, if you take the time to smile when you see someone that needs a smile, or to smile when you see someone on the street, if you take the time to stop and ask if someone needs help when it's obvious that they need help, you can build a community in the most profound sense of the word community.